Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Spot ladder, playing under the Championship Battle rules, which are the equivalent rule set of the VGC 2018 season. It is Monday. I hope you are all very well. Had a great weekend, guys. Let me know what you were up to. I really do hope you had an amazing time, whatever you were doing. So it is Monday, like I've just said, but we have a few announcements to make, and pretty big ones for the channel as well. And we've got some Flinch stuff to talk about. We've got a giveaway to celebrate the announcement. But I would just like to say, firstly, if you enjoy the content, guys, please leave a like on the video. It does massively help the channel. If you're not subscribed as well, make sure you do subscribe, because we have lots of content lined up, ready to come out on the channel. The channel is going to be moving into a new era with the Flinch Squad, so get ready, get on board, and enjoy everything. If you've got suggestions on content that you would like to see, let me know, because I am more than happy to expand our content that we have on the channel and provide more things that you guys would like to see, even if it's not centered solely around the video game championships, which the majority of stuff is on the channel at the moment. We will be branching off and doing other things as we go through the rest of the year. So first big announcement, guys. I have been asked quite a few times in the past, and we have now set up a Patreon site. So here you go, you can see it on the screen in front of you. The link will be in the description below. If you'd like to join the Patreon site, you can go ahead. There is no obligation at all for any of you, but those of you out there that watch the channel that would like to support it a little more and get a little few extras here, there and everywhere, you can sign up to the Patreon, become a patron, and there's some cool tiers. So I'll just quickly show you. You've got the Flinch Squad tier, which is the trainer tier. You've got the what's the next one, which is going to be the Challenger tier, and then you've got a Flinch Squad Elite trainer, which is the top tier. And like I said, there's no obligation for any of you to sign up to any of the tiers here. It's just solely if you want to support the content and what I do. Some of the tiers are really cool though. We're going to have a Challenger tier where we have specific help building teams. You have access to all the teams that I make on the channel, all the teams that I make in practice, all the teams that I use in the video game championships and things like that, and you'll have access to everything. You'll have access to a Discord server where we'll chat about teams and things like that. You will have access to a tournament structure as well that I'm going to arrange and run for an entire year. So there's lots of stuff. We'll have special merch that you'll have access to, giveaways, you know, lots of things. It's all on the Patreon site, so you can go away and read it. I don't want to clog it up too much in this video anyway. So they're just a few things. Other things as well. I had a request last week for the Flinch Squad to release a Flinch Life hoodie, because the Flinch Life tees are being really cool. So we have actually arranged a Flinch Life hoodie, so you guys can go and grab that. We also have a Flinch Clothing Instagram account now with cool photos and things like that, and this is a place I want to get you guys in your Flinch clothes on the Instagram page. Anytime you guys get a Flinch shirt, let me know, either tweet me or anything. I'd love to get a picture and just post it up there on our Instagram page and just show the world that the Flinch Squad is strong. So yeah, check that out, guys. We've also got the I Heart Flinched new shirt that has come out recently. I was wearing it on the channel last week. I wore it at Sheffield Regionals and it provided me with a lot of luck, and you can go and grab one of them. It's over at our Teespring website, so you can go down in the description. Again, the link is in there. Hop over there if you want to grab one. But the good news is, as well, I did mention at the start of the video, we're going to do a giveaway for one of these Flinch Life I Heart Flinch shirts and one of these Flinch Life hoodies as well. So one of each. We're going to do a giveaway, and it's going to be for the duration of this week and next week, and a week on Friday we are going to announce the winners of the giveaway. All you need to do is subscribe to the channel, like a video, and comment on the video with the hashtag Flinch Squad, and you will be entered in the draw. And a week on Friday we will do the cool spinny Wheel of Fortune giveaway to 2 of you lucky people. We did a giveaway on the stream last well, it wouldn't have been Thursday, it would have been Wednesday last week, because we moved days because of the World Cup. And Ola, Nostalgia is great, won himself one of those I Heart Flinch tees, so that was super cool. So guys, we'll be doing more and more giveaways on the streams in future, so make sure you do come by. This week there will not be a stream tomorrow evening. There will be a stream on Wednesday evening for our battle spot, and there will be a stream on Thursday evening for our not viewer battles. This week we're going to do a team builder special, so this Thursday 8 PM, if you're around, we are going to build a team together as a community, as the Flinch Squad, and then we're going to play it, practice with it on the Showdown Battle Spot ladder, and then we will probably bring it onto the channel to play after that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. If you're around this Thursday, make sure you do come, 8 PM UK time. But on to today's episode, finally. Oh, we're here. So we have made a few adjustments from last week, and because you guys are always giving great comments and input onto what you'd like to see change with the team and suggestions and things like that, I thought, let's just make some changes. Let's do something with this team, because we had issues with Earth Power Pokemon in general. We had no ground immunity. We had the Tapu Bulu in the team, but the grassy terrain, you know, protects us so much. Terrain control is something that is a big concept in VGC, so you know you're not going to keep it the whole time, so you can't just rely on that one aspect if the rest of your team have quite a few ground weaknesses, which we did. So one suggestion we had last week, I think off Carl, was the Rotom Wash. An amazing suggestion, so we've thrown it in there today. A ground immunity water type as well to pair up with the Tapu Bulu and the Camerupt, giving us that nice fire water grass core. And also we had a great suggestion from Johnny and others to play Cresselia as our Trick Room user. It's also a ground immune Pokemon, and it gives us access to Trick Room, and it can get lots of shenanigan moves. We've got we've got Skill Swap on this one, I think. I was thinking about Ally Switch, but then I decided no, and then we went with Skill Swap, because Skill Swap we can take ground immunities away, and it gives us a few more options as well. We've got the Dragalge, which is Johnny's actual spread, and for those of you out there that don't know, JohnnyHax, he comments the V-Day, comments on the videos a lot, he comes by the stream all the time. He's an absolutely amazing guy. Now he has started a blog up, and I hope he doesn't mind me mentioning this, but the blog that he has going now is a Pokemon blog. He has spreads, sets, and loads of information on there, and it's really cool. I've linked it in the description, because I'd love each and every one of you to actually go and check it out and give Johnny a little bit of your time. That would be amazing if you can do that. I got this Dragalge spread from his blog, so we're going to be using that this week. And if you have any suggestions for the rest of the week for changes that you'd like to see, let me know, because I can make them for Wednesday or Friday. And I guess that's it, guys. So massively long intro, but thank you all for bearing with me, and I hope you like all the little changes and things that we're making at the minute. I'm putting a lot more effort and a lot more time into the videos now. I've got a bit more spare time to do this, and the channel as well. We'll be making a few changes here, there and everywhere, so bear with me as we go through the next couple of weeks, and content will be getting better as we go through as well. So let's get into game number 1 and see if we can find an opponent pretty quickly. So hopefully we can. I have got the Instagram account just on the overlay of the video here, so you can see it down below. It is at Flinch Clothing, so hop on there if you do have an Instagram account, and give me a follow, because we'll probably be doing giveaways on there as well soon. Maybe, but we probably will. So we've got our first opponent of the day, and they are playing a team of Kangaskhan, Amoonguss, Tapu Fini, Landorus, Therian, Zapdos, and Volcarona. Now Volcarona, I was speaking to my good friend Sebi Ernst, the excellent caster that we all know he is, and he was just hyping Volcarona, and I think he's right. It is very good at the moment. You know, you've got Kangaskhan, Kartana, all big Pokemon at the minute, and don't like facing down against that Volcarona, so it's going to be a bit of a threat. You've got the Kangaskhan with a fake out there to help it set up those Quiver Dances, and once it gets that set up, speed boost, the special defense boost, it can be quite threatening. We've got the Zapdos Landorus, standard sort of thing there with the Tailwind from the Zapdos, Intimidate support, ground attacks from the Landorus, then we've got the Tapu Fini, Amoonguss there for the redirection as well, and a Trick Room check as well, but that it kind of doesn't really check as well against the Camerupt. So Let's see what we can do here. I feel like I want to go Persian because it's faster than the Kangaskhan to get the fake out. Trick Room's going to be imperative here for us. I think Camerupt's going to be huge for us. And, do I go Dragalge or do I go... Like Tapu Bulu is actually not bad, but so is the Rotom. And I think Rotom gives us just a few options to kind of switch about if we're in a bit of a tricky situation. So we'll see how we get on in this first game. And like I say, we've made a few changes, so we need to just see how they're going to play out. And this is the thing, guys. This is what I always try and get across to you. If you're testing new teams, if you're new to VGC and you make a few changes, you've got to give those changes time to bed in. You've got to give yourself a little bit of time to understand how that Pokemon and that change kind of fits into the system of the team. So don't give up on it straight away if it doesn't start to work out, but you can always go back, and it's good to look back at your matches and then reflect. But with that said, we've got Kangaskhan and Amoonguss as a lead for my opponent. So what do I want to do? Fake out? I mean, we either trade fake outs. We fake out the Amoonguss, the Kangaskhan fakes out Cresselia. We could double into the Amoonguss. I mean, I've got Shattered Psyche on the Cresselia, and I would imagine we'd probably get the Amoonguss. We've got a very offensive Cresselia here, so I'm going to go for that. Let's hope the Amoonguss doesn't protect here. I don't think it will, because I think it'll probably try and get a cheeky Spore off while it can, if we make a mistake. But you never know, it might protect as well. So we'll stop this Kangaskhan. It is going to Mega Evolve, which is a good thing, because it could have been an Innerfocus variant, but thankfully it's not. And we do stop it moving this turn, and we are going to get the Shattered Psyche into the Amoonguss. So there's part of me that's like, it might take it out, but there's a part of me that just knows how bulky Amoonguss is. Even though this is super effective, we might just miss the kill. Okay, we get it. Cresselia, back from the depths of hell, where those dog types have all sent it, coming in clutch with that, you know, and it works nicely as well. We got the two kind of mods with that, the Trick Room there, as a Z Trick Room, and then the Shattered Psyche, which is now a lot more offensive than the Oranguru variant. So I think what I'll do is Parting Shot into the Kangaskhan, and I will go for a Trick Room. And I did lie. I thought we put Skill Swap on the Cresselia, but we've actually stuck with the Ally Switch. So we'll see how we get on with that, and maybe that's something we change as we go through the week. Gonna get the Persian out with that Parting Shot, lower the attack and special attack of the Kangaskhan. What we'll do, we'll get Rotom in, because it does threaten the Tapu Fini quite heavily here. And we are going to go for a Trick Room with Cresselia. There's a return come out from the Kangaskhan, and it is into Rotom. Oof, that's a crit. That is not ideal. Does massive damage. Procs are berry. Ooh, Finny going for a Calm Mind. This Finny's going to be really difficult to deal with because we haven't brought Bulu. And we can't change the terrain. I feel like my opponent maybe protects Finny. But what we could do is we could actually go for an Ally Switch now and be that guy, couldn't we? Because I imagine the Kangaskhan will want to target into the Rotom. Okay, maybe not. And Lander is coming in. If not though, the Finny might attack, and it might go for a Moonblast, I would think, into the Rotom. That Finny gonna actually just protect here. Okay. The good thing about revealing the Ally Switch, even though we've not got anything out of this, is that we have revealed it, and it is going to throw a few mind games into my opponent's thinking pattern for future turns. I'm going to go for that T-Bolt again, and I'm going to have to plug in my DS because Red Light of Death has just started to come on, so bear with me 2 minutes. We're going to Ice Beam into the Landorus. Let's see if we can get it. No, we're not going to be able to get it. Ooh, but we do get a really lucky freeze. There's the Thunderbolt. Let's see what the damage is like. After a Calm Mind, it's not going to be enough, unfortunately. But there's the Moonblast. It's probably into the Rotom. Do we take this a +1? No, we don't. Right, and I am fishing round 4. And Landorus is frozen. Okay. Do we bring in Camerupt now? Because we could maybe double in on the... Let's bring in Camerupt. I mean, we've got Earth Power. What we could probably do, depending on our Trick Room turns, is maybe protect, get a Psychic off into the Tapu Fini. Let's just check our Trick Room turns. How many turns have we got to play around it? 2. Yeah, okay, let's go. Psychic, and we want a Mega Evolve. Did we just go? The Earth Power and the Psychic. I'm just afraid we proc a Berry and then that would be... And I feel like Kangaskhan probably comes in here, so I'm going to actually switch out Camerupt and get Persian back in, because then it guarantees us another Trick Room up, I think. I do feel like Kang is likely to come back in to further protect the Tapu Fini. Okay, Fini just protecting here. Landorus going to try and Thor out, I think. The Thor's really lucky from ourselves, to be honest. And now the Kangaskhan comes in, 100%. 100%. But we can get a Fake Out and a Psychic onto this Fini for free. Yeah, there's the Kang coming in now. Okay. Now we get faked out onto Persian. We probably lose Persian, to be honest. I mean, we can ally switch here, but I've got to just keep at this Fini, to be honest. And we want to try and get a Trick Room up if we can, and Parting Shot probably onto the Tapu Fini. The problem is if we don't get faked out and we Parting Shot into the Fini, and we see a Muddy Water come out here. This is super risky, because if a Muddy Water comes out, then we lose Camerupt straight up. I don't know if this is the right... No, it's Moonblast, that's fine, going into the Persian. Oh no, into the Cresselia. Okay, maybe thinking about that ally switch coming out. We can Trick Room. It's just I don't know if Cresselia will take a double attack now from the Kangaskhan and the Fini. That's the problem. And I think you double into that slot. Let's go back into Persian and let's just protect Camerupt. We needed Tapu Bulu in this match, like 100%. We needed Bulu. Like Rotom, it didn't really do much at all. And we can only do what we can now with the tools that we've got left, which is a little bit unfortunate, but there's a return. Hopefully this maybe just procs a Berry. I just think it's out of Berry range. There's the Muddy Water. Okay. Is it going to be enough to take down the Persian? It's just neutral. Like, it's not got the boost. Nah, it is enough. Yeah, we're done. Yeah. Like I say, we needed the Bulu. The Fini's too threatening here. We've got no way to reliably change the terrain to make use of that nature power, and now we're in a position where we need to get the Trick Room up. And we pretty much need to go for a double protect, which is never a situation you want to put yourself in. This is just down to a big mistake in team preview. There's the return from the Kangaskhan. It's going to be into Crest. It's probably not going to be enough, but a Muddy Water, unless it's a miss. Nah, it's not a miss. It's going to be a double KO. Not the best of starts at all. But very good game to my opponent. We just didn't manage the field well enough, and like I say, the crit on Rotom was a bit unfortunate, but then again, we would have still been in a really awkward position with Rotom, with the Kangaskhan on the field at the same time. Maybe even Dragalge would have been a better shout than the Rotom in that match, just to have as an option to deal with that Finny a little bit better. Okay, so let's move on and go into our second game. But not the best of starts, but not to worry. We can look back at that game and we can take some pointers from that of where we went really heavily wrong. The Bulu all day though in that last game. That's like so frustrating, because like just thinking about the team preview of my opponent now, the Bulu would have been so good in that match. Like even against the Kangaskhan, like in the Trick Room, we're still threatening it with big damage. We've got super power, so I think just for that reason, and just for a quick answer to Finny, and it's such a good answer in general to Carmine Finny, which you can see how much trouble it gives the team in general, because we just don't have like the power output. And this is one problem with the team as well. If you look at it at the moment, there's like 5 special attackers on the team, and like, I mean, you could maybe put Persian into the physical kind of side of the field, but to be honest, I wouldn't really count it. We're going to foul play and it's only attack, so there's only so much it can do. Right, here we go. We've got an next opponent, so let's make good on some improvements here. We've got Salamence, it's going to be the Mega. There's nothing else on the team that's got an option to Mega. You've got the Raichu, it's going to have Fake Out, Fast Fake Out, base 110 speed, Lightning Rod ability, pull in any electric type attacks. You've got the Ferrothorn, going to be the Grass Steel type, the Trick Room abuser here. You've got Cresselia, going to be the Trick Room probably, and Icy Wind, speed control Pokemon. Here you've got another Fake Out user in Incineroar, so you've got double Intimidate. You've got double Intimidate with the Salamence, and then you've got double Fake Out. So it really helps your opponent kind of gain a lot of field control with those options there. And then you've got the Tapu Fini, and I'd imagine on this team the Tapu Fini will probably be a Carmine variant as well. So Tapu Bulu going to be pretty huge for us here. Camerupt going to be pretty huge for us here. Hits the Ferrothorn, hits the Incineroar for very good damage. Cresselia, and I think it kind of, the team kind of picks itself here, because I think we go Persian and Cresselia. Persian's going to be faster Fake Out than Raichu, Incineroar, so we can stop that. We can get a Trick Room up if we want to. We go Camerupt, and I think we definitely go Tapu Bulu as well. There's an argument for Dragalge, but I think I want to change terrain in this game. So I hope the last game's not influencing us too much with picking Tapu Bulu. We are going to be facing down against a Salamence and a Ferrothorn and an Incineroar, which can all do big damage, but the Cresselia kind of covers a lot of things like the Salamence that would cause the Bulu problems, and then the Camerupt covers the other two. So it's just going to be about how we kind of try and set up and try and get things moving with this team. Okay, so going to see Incineroar come out. It's going to activate that Intimidate onto our side of the field. Now I'm going to Parting Shot into the Incineroar, and I'm just going to go for a Trick Room. I'm not going to bother going for a Fake Out. My opponent might trade Fake Outs with us, but I want to try and get Camerupt in as soon as possible. So there's a Fake Out from the Incineroar. It is into Cresselia. I wonder if you see my opponent maybe go for a Trick Room expecting us to fake out into the Incineroar and set a Trick Room up, and Trick Room themselves to kind of counteract our Trick Room. It would be great if that happened. And there we go. Happy days. So, Cresselia setting the Trick Room up for us, which is excellent. Now we are going to be able to get a Camerupt in, like we say. The Incineroar probably switches out here. Let's just go back and see what the options are to come in. Now it could be the Ferrothorn. Could be the Salamence as well. I think out of everything in the back that my opponent potentially has, I would imagine it's one of the two. We're going to go Earth Power into that slot, and I am going to go Ice Beam as well to cover a potential Salamence coming in on that slot as well. Because my opponent might just reverse the Trick Room again with Cresselia. But this is one option, like this is one part of the game where I can see Helping Hand being a really, really useful tech, because we could Helping Hand Earth Power right now, and it puts us in like really good steads to like just get even more damage out. And like if the Incineroar stays in, we guarantee the KO on it. So maybe that over the ally switch is going to be a lot better. Can't see my opponent reversing the Trick Room. We are going to get an Earth Power into the Ferrothorn and an Ice Beam as well, and do very good damage to it. And they are going to reverse the Trick Room. Okay. So this turn we'll just go for a Heat Wave with our Camerupt, and we will go for a... We'll just go for a Trick Room again. They might switch Ferrothorn, yeah, and Incineroar come in. Tapu Fini, okay. We will get a Heat Wave and Heat Wave damage off. I wonder if the Cresselia is going for an Ice Beam into our Cress. Huh. Picks up the freeze. We do get a Heat Wave off, but that's a bit awkward. Now we lose our speed control. So let's get Bulu in, and let's try. I mean, let's try and get a Trick Room off. Let's hope Cresselia thaws. I can't keep Camerupt in right now because of the threat of Muddy Water. But Bulu with the Assault Vest can take a lot of things that can be thrown out at us here. There's the Muddy Water. Hopefully we don't get any accuracy drops on our Bulu. But at the end of the day, like when Bulu comes in, we're kind of forcing. There's an Ice Beam. It's going to be into that Cresselia again. We thaw out and we get the Trick Room up. Excellent. That is great news for us. Okay. Now we forced the Fini out, to be honest. So what we could do is... Because I imagine the Incineroar to come in here. And we could just Wood Hammer into the Cresselia and get some damage on that. And then once the Cresselia is gone on my opponent's side of the field... I'm going to Superpower into the Fini. It's super risky. And I'm going to get Camerupt back in. I think the Cresselia on my opponent's side of the field just reverses the Trick Room, but there's no way Fini stays on the field right now. It's either going to be Incineroar or Ferrothorn coming in. And we'll catch it with a Superpower, so that's what's going to happen. Ferrothorn going to come in. We are going to get the KO there. Like I said though, my opponent's probably going to reverse the Trick Room right now, which makes things a little bit awkward for us. We do get a little bit of Iron Barbs damage. Cresselia, where are you going? What are you going to do? Ice Beam? No, reversing the Trick Room. Okay. Bulu taking that quite comfortably. Now we're going to see Incineroar come in, for sure. We want to get Bulu out, because with the Tapu Fini in the back, we want to be able to get Bulu in, if we can get a Trick Room up again. Just to ensure that we are able to get the grassy terrain back onto the field, so we've got an option there with Nature Power. I am just going to go for Like, you fake out the Camerupt all day long here. I'm gonna Earth Power. I think you fake out the Camerupt and you just reverse the Trick Room if you Cresselia. And I don't want to bring Cresselia in on this slot because Cresselia is such low health at the moment. We might need the Trick Room later on in the game, so bringing in the Persian here kind of helps us out, especially if the Trick Room is reversed like it is now, and we can use that Quash just to take advantage of the speed tiers a little bit better. Right, what are we thinking? Well, we can just freely Earth Power into the Incineroar, to be honest, and probably just Parting Shot into that slot as well. Yeah, because if the Finny comes in, we catch it with an Earth Power. Which is what we want to do. Like, we want to just try and chip away at this. Okay, no switches. We might see a U-turn come out though. Persian. Let's bring in Cresselia. Like, Tapu Bulu's too important to bring in now, and it's pointless bringing Bulu in if the Finny's just going to come in off a U-turn anyway. Ooh, we are going to see a Z move. It's going to be a Shattered Psyche. It's going to be into Camerupt, I would imagine, because why would you Shattered Psyche into Persian, the Dark type? Camerupt takes that, like, not amazingly, but he takes it. Cresselia takes the U-turn, and we're going to get that Earth Power into the Tapu Fini. This should do decent damage. We've still got the Trick Room up as well, which is quite nice. So the next turn, what we could potentially do is switch in Bulu for Cresselia and go for that Nature Power into the Tapu Fini. But an Earth Power at the same time is going to be able to do that. Oh, we haven't got the Trick Room up anymore. Huh. Okay. I mean, we could try and get the Trick Room up and just protect. And if we get it up, then that's ideal. But I really think we'll probably just lose Cresselia here. There's me thinking we still have Trick Room up. So we protect with Camerupt. Psychic into Cresselia in the Muddy Water. If it misses, my opponent's in a little bit of trouble. Does it hit Cresselia? Yeah, it does. You haven't got the curse of the dreaded. The dreaded Muddy Water missing. Okay, let's go Persian. Now what do you do here? Do you go... I kind of want to Quash and just Earth Power, and that kind of just covers in case the Incineroar comes in. If Cresselia Psychics into the Camerupt, hopefully we can take it. But the Tapu Fini could just protect here. And the game is not over by a long shot. It'd be better if the Incineroar comes in now, to be honest, so we can get a lot of that. Yeah, okay. So we're going to see the Incineroar come in now. There's an Ice Beam, and it's into Persian. Can't be frozen. We are going to... Let's see what this is like, damage-wise. Okay, we get it. Okay, now the Finny has to be aware of the Quash now. Has to be. So, I feel like they protect Finny. But Bulu should be able to win this game out now by itself. I'm just going to foul play into the Cresselia, and I'm going to protect with Camerupt. If the Finny doesn't protect here, then yeah, and it's not protecting. I feel like it has the Muddy Water though. Maybe it can't, maybe it's... Oh, I thought it specs. Nice beam. Hopefully it doesn't Moonblast into the Persian. That will proc a berry. So that'll ensure we take a Muddy Water at least. Yeah, okay. Persian will take this. Such a little health. Let's go for that Quash into the Finny and go for an Earth Power. I think Camerupt can take an attack from whatever the Cresselia throws out. I'm hoping we can take a Psychic. Ooh, it's a Moonlight. Okay, that's even better because we get rid of the Finny now, and then we've got 3 Pokemon to deal with the Cresselia, including Bulu, like Assault Vest. So we'll be fine. We've got a Horn Leech with the Bulu. We'll be able to take the Finny down with the Earth Power now, and we can even get a parting shot into the crest just to lower those attacks and get Bulu in and just start healing up our Camerupt as well. I'd imagine the Cresselia probably want to try and get rid of the Persian here. It's been targeting down all game, so between Camerupt and Bulu we should be alright, kind of taking care of the Cresselia now. So we'll get that grassy terrain up. As long as Camerupt doesn't get hit here, we should be able to kind of restore some health back quite nicely. There's an Ice Beam, it's into the Bulu. But Bulu without Assault Vest taking that super comfortably. Heat Wave does miss. It's a little bit unfortunate. But thankfully, because Cresselia is a floaty Pokemon, it is not affected by the grassy terrain. We'll go for another Heat Wave and just a Horn Leech. There's a Psychic into Camerupt, which should have probably come a long time ago. Yeah, we would have taken that from the health we had before the grassy terrain kicked in. Can get a Horn Leech. And like the only thing that can really screw us over now with Bulu is getting frozen. Heat Wave does so much damage, and we'll be able to just pick up the KO on the Cresselia this next turn as long as our moves hit. And we'll just go for another Horn Leech, and we might see a forfeit come out from my opponent. Maybe, and there we go, it's our forfeit. Alright, wow, that one was a bit long, but very good game to my opponent, Pisco, and thank you so much for the game, and that will wrap up today's episode, guys. So, I really hope you have enjoyed it, guys. I have had a blast. The first game is a bit frustrating because we just made that really bad choice in team preview, bringing the Rotom. And you know, there was reasons why we brought the Rotom, but really in hindsight we should have been bringing the type of Bulu, the Dragaga, and you know, looking at why like they would have been a better choice for the Finny, and we've identified that now, so hopefully, you know, that's one thing you look at, you don't make the same mistake twice, so we won't be making that mistake going forward in our matches for the rest of the week. We'll make sure if we see Finny, we are bringing things to properly check it. I don't know how well Rotom's going to fit in this team because the Tapu Koko was in the last team to give us another option against faster threats, especially things like Kartana, which now we just don't have. We really have way more reliance on the Trick Room and making use of that. So in Kartana, when you see Kartana, it's normally paired with Finny, so that pairing could be very awkward for this team to deal with. The Koko kind of alleviates that, so maybe we put the Koko back in for Wednesday, but guys, it's all down to you, so let me know your opinions, your thoughts, if you'd like to see other changes in the team. I'd love to hear your opinions, so leave them down in the comment section below. Make sure you check out all of the goodies that we had at the start of the video, and I will just say thank you so much to each and every one of you for taking time out of your day and coming over to spend it on this channel. It really means a lot to me. So, my good old Flinch Squad hearty hearts, we're going to wrap things up, and I'm going to stop jabbering on, but have a great evening. Remember that we are not doing a stream tomorrow evening, and that is solely because the England game is on tomorrow night, and it is the knockout stages now. I need to support my fellow countrymen in their quest for the World Cup. Come on, Hurricane the Hurricane. We want you to do it. So yes, we'll be back with a stream on Wednesday. We'll be back with another episode of School of Hard Knocks on Wednesday. If you've got any questions about anything that was mentioned in today's video, again, just let me know and I will get back to you as soon as possible. That will be that. So, take care of yourselves, guys. Have a great evening, great day tomorrow, and I will see you all on Wednesday. So, until then, take care and bye-bye!